friends, are you ready for today's story? Today we're going to read this book. What do you think it's about? What do you see? Right, those are leaves. This story is called Autumn's First Leaf. Autumn is another name for the season of fall. And this is called Autumn's First Leaf. What do you notice about this leaf that's different than these leaves? Look closely. That's right. It's a different color. This book was written by Steve Metzger. That's the author. The author writes the book. And illustrated by Aaron Zenz. The illustrator makes the pictures. Let's see what happens to Autumn's first leaf. Here he is. He's a happy leaf. I can tell because he's smiling. There's the tree. It was late summer. Birds were singing, flowers were in full bloom, and the leaves on the trees were bright green. 3 of those leaves, Paige, Phil, and Pointy, were best friends who lived near the top of an old maple tree. There they are. 1, 2, 3 friends at the top of the maple tree. On clear days, the sun's rays warmed them all over. On windy days, they flipped and flopped during the rousing games of leaf tag. So when the wind blows, they go like this in the air and they play tag. Tag, you're it. Tag, you're it. What is happening on this day? Yep, it's raining. And when it rained, they played Bop the Drop. See, the drop goes down, he catches it and bops it over. And it makes the other guy wet. He doesn't look too happy, and he looks kind of embarrassed that he did it, but this friend is laughing. But that's okay, because this guy tries to get him back. You're a regular Babe Ruth, Pointy yells as Paige smacks a raindrop out of the grove. As the summer drifted along, the days grew shorter and cooler. That's happening now. The days are not as long as they used to be, and they're not as hot either. The leaves played Catch the Seed. They're playing Catch the Seed. See the little seeds flying? And watch geese fly south. See the geese up here? When it starts to get cold, the geese fly south where it's warmer. And laugh themselves silly when fuzzy caterpillars crawled over them. It tickles. One morning, Pointy woke up and noticed something strange. What did he notice? Is something different? Yep. Hey, what do you think of that? He exclaimed. Part of me is gold. Gold is another name for a shade of yellow. That's pretty cool, Paige said as she bent over and looked at the tips of Pointy's leaves. How did you do that? I didn't do anything, Pointy answered. The leaves don't do anything. It just happens. You look like the petal of a colorful flower, Phil said. That reminds me of a fun game. Let's play I Spy Colors. Did you ever play that game, I Spy? It's a fun game. Okay, said Paige. I spy something brown. That's easy. Our tree's branches, Phil called out. I spy something gold, Pointy yelled. Me! The 3 leaves laughed and laughed. That's a funny thing. A few days later, Pointy woke up with a start. Waking up with a start is kind of like this. So when you normally wake up slowly and you're like, but when you wake up like in a start, you're sleeping and then you're like, like surprised waking up, not a slow waking up, like, but when you wake up with a start, you're like, so Pointy woke up with a start. Now half of me is gold. What's happening? Phil asked. I'm not sure, Pointy replied, but I look pretty cool, don't I? And he twisted and turned to admire his new color. He likes his new color. How do his friends feel about that? Not too happy. Their mouths are going down. And their eyebrows are kind of going down too. They're feeling a certain feeling. What's that feeling when somebody has or does something that you want to have or do? Yes, it's called jealous. They're feeling jealous. Pointy is changing colors, and he's so happy about that. But his friends are jealous because they might want to do that too. Or maybe they're thinking that he thinks he's better than them. But he doesn't think that. He just thinks it's neat. Phil turned to Paige. I guess Pointy thinks being green isn't that special, he whispered. Yeah, Paige added. Maybe he would rather play with gold leaves now. Did Pointy say that? Was Pointy being mean to them? Are they being mean to Pointy? Because they're jealous. Well, Pointy has always been a good friend, Phil said. Let's give him another chance and see what happens. Throughout the morning and into the afternoon, they played Count the Clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and probably more over here. And giggled while watching the squirrels chase one another. Look at the squirrels. They're so cute. I like this picture. It kind of looks like they're in a shadow, right? The squawking of a blue jay, that's this kind of bird, woke them up the next morning. Hey, Pointy, Squawky called out. That's a fine new color you're sporting today. I'm impressed. My goodness, Pointy exclaimed. Now I'm gold all over. Look, the whole tree is green except for one yellow Pointy. He's gold everywhere. And this bird is telling him that it looks really great. And his friends are starting to feel jealous again. Wake up, everyone, Squawky shouted. Look at the beautiful gold leaf in the middle of all this green. Pointy blushed, while the bunnies, deer, and other forest animals looked up to admire him. Paige and Phil were not happy. Not happy at all. See, all the animals are looking at him and tell him he's awesome. You're so cool and neat. And those are good compliments that make him feel good, right? But when one person gets all the compliments and the other guys want compliments too, they start to feel jealous. Once the forest animals moved on, Pointy asked, What should we play today? I don't know if we should play together, Paige said with a frown. Maybe you're just too cool to play with green leaves. They're being mean to him again. Wait a minute, Pointy called out. I didn't ask to change colors. It just happened. They're being mean to him for something he didn't do. Phil and Paige looked at each other. After a few moments, they turned to face Pointy. When you're mean to someone and you realize that you've made them sad, what should you say? We're sorry, Paige said. We know you didn't change on purpose. I guess we're jealous of all the attention you're getting. Do you still want to play with me? Pointy asked. After all, I'm gold now. We don't care, Paige said. You're still the same leaf to us. Let's play twist and spin, Phil shouted. They played until the sun went down. So they're twisting and spinning. Oh my goodness, look! It's Paige and Phil. What happened to them? The following week, there was another surprise. Look, now I've changed color, Paige cried out. I'm gold, but my edges are orange. I've changed too, Phil added. I'm gold, but with a little bit of red. Now we're all the same color again, Paige said with a smile. Not quite, Phil said, noticing the slight differences in each of their leaves. Because Phil has a little bit of red, Paige has some orange, and Pointy has all yellow. It really doesn't matter what color we are, Pointy added, as long as we're friends. Paige and Phil couldn't have agreed more, and they happily played together all through the fall. Look at the tree. Now it's all yellow. And the leaves are all happy. I think there is an important lesson to learn from this book. What do you think it is? It has to do with being friends. And it has to do with the feeling called jealousy. Sometimes we might feel jealous of other people or friends. But jealousy can just make you unhappy, and you shouldn't be mean to somebody when you're feeling jealous. If someone's your friend and something good happens to them, feel happy for them. Say, wow, that's really neat. That's really cool. I'm happy for you. And even if you do feel jealous, we shouldn't be mean to anyone. And that's the story of Autumn's First Leaf. The end. Thanks for reading with me, friends. I'll see you later. Bye now.